tricks I will show you in this video may lead to potential danger or legal problems. I do not recommend removing the speed limiter unless you need it. Now let's get started. Trick 1. Disconnecting the speed limit cable. This method depends on disconnecting the cable responsible for the cruise control when it reaches the pre-programmed maximum speed stage. This method is considered the best because it has many advantages and very few disadvantages. Steps to disconnect the speed limiter cable. 1. Depending on the type of your bike, you must find the contour, which is usually inside the bike frame too. After locating the controller, you will need to open it and remove the outer cover 3. Look for a cable with a thin blue or black wire. Keep away from any cable with 2 or more wires. 4. When you select the cable, disconnect at 5. Lift the bike off the ground and use the throttle to reach maximum speed. Pros and cons of removing the speed limiter cable. Safe way and won't damage your e-bike. Accurate speed reading on e-bike. LC, you will reach the top speed of your e-bike without changing your e-bike settings. Cons. It may be illegal in your country to remove the speed limiter. Trick 2. Reduce your e-bike wheels size settings. This method aims to deceive the electric bike computer by changing the size of the bike wheel dimensions to a small size, and thus the speed reading is less than the truth, which disrupts the speed limiter. Steps. Go to the advanced settings on his electric bike. It varies according to each bike. Change the wheel size setting, for example. If it is 26 inches, change it to 16 inches. Save these settings and then try the electric bike on the road, noting that you must have a program on the mobile that measures the actual speed, because the speed of the bike will be less than the truth. Press on. Easy and didn't need any tools. Will show fewer miles than the actual, so it will help you as a seller as the miles will appear less. Crossrail. Different e-bike. Speed readings in different e-bike miles history. Trick 3. Change the location of the speed sensor. The function of the speed sensor is to read the number of turns of the wheels of the electric bike. Through the number of these turns, the controller of the electric bike calculates the speed at which the e-bike is traveling. For the sensor to perform this function, it depends on the presence of a magnet placed on the wheels, so that it is opposite to the sensor. Every time the sensor faces the magnet, the controller calculates it as a full turn. Based on this, changing the location of the sensor and the magnet on the e-bike so that the roll is as low as possible will deceive the controller, giving less reading than the actual speed, which enables you to receive maximum speed from the e-bike. Steps to change the location of the speed sensor. Loosen the speed sensor screw. Move the speed sensor so that it is opposite the crank. Fix the speed sensor well in place. On the crank, put a piece of magnet and secure it well. Turn the bike on and turn the crank counterclockwise. Make sure that a speed reading is shown on the bike screen. Prozadlive. Working perfect for e-bike with pass only. Get the maximum possible speed. Concessional needs some tools. An error message may appear on the bike. Speed readings are not real on the bike screen. Trick 4. Maximize e-bike settings. This method is considered the least effective in disabling the speed limiter or obtaining the maximum speed from the e-bike, as it depends on adjusting the speed settings from the electric bike screen to the maximum limit, which sometimes may be useful in obtaining the maximum speed. However, in many cases, the programmed speed remains. The steps for this method are to enter the speed settings on your bike and set it to the maximum. Finally, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel to get notified when a new video is released.